So one thing I noticed and kind of saw coming from a million miles away was that my brakes, after converting my bicycle to an e-bike, really sucked. I mean, they just couldn't stop the bike just with those old factory brakes. So I ordered some new pads, which are these guys here, the Kool-Stop mountain pads. These have some interesting features to them. They're two different compounds. There's the black and the red on there. And then you see this guy here, there's a little bit of a slope to it. And I guess that's designed to squeegee off your wheel so the mud and rainwater or whatever will flow out of the way of these and increase their stopping power in conditions where this sort of V-brake setup doesn't really work that well. So a good idea when replacing your brake pads is to look at the way the washers are arranged on the pad. So you can see that on mine, at the base of the pad, it starts with a fat washer, and on this new pad it starts with a fat washer. Then it goes to these tapered washers that are the ones that go around the actual brake lever, so you can see that there, and then a skinny washer and another skinny washer in the nut. So we're in good shape. These pads are labeled for you, so you can see there's an L and an R. There's the R and there's the L. So it should be fairly easy for you to figure out which way they go. And then you put a directional arrow so you know that this, if you're looking at the back of the bike, is how they mount onto the bike. Before we install these, I wanted to show you a little bit of how they work. So you can see these rounded washers in the middle, and that's what actually grabs onto your brake themselves. So you can change their angle, toe in or toe out, or up and down. You can kind of tell that it gives you a little bit of adjustability, and they advise a little bit of toe in, so that's what we're going to do here. But it's hard to see on the bike when you're doing this, but you can use your wrench as kind of a lever to help put them into that proper position on your bike, so you can give it a little bit of twist, and that will change their angle. But just make sure that they line up, they're not rubbing the tire. And one of the things I like to do before I put the new brake shoes on is to take some really fine grit sandpaper. We want to take a little bit of that kind of scored material away and smooth them out. So I'll just go over the entire wheel on both sides. Then I give the wheel a good thorough cleaning with some rubbing alcohol, just to get any loose crap out of there. So the filth that comes off of there. This is without toe in. Horrible, right? Let's go fix it. So I created that squeak for you on purpose by just setting the new pads flat to this. So now what we're going to do is what's called toe in. So we're going to push this side a little bit closer and pull the back side out just a little bit. Then we'll go for another ride and I'll show you that the squeaking stops. So all I do to fix this, first I loosen up the brake caliper a little bit. And then you can use this kind of as a lever. So if you push it towards the front, so that the front of the pad is basically touching the bike or the wheel, and then you twist it again, you'll have a toe-in effect. And just crank it good and tight. And then make sure that you're lined up, you're not rubbing your tire, and that you've got good contact on your rim. And we'll do that to the other side and we'll go for another ride. Now this is what's meant by toe-in, so you can see that the tip of it's almost touching and the back of it is actually kind of far away from it. Alright, we're on that same ride. Got some speed going. No more squeaks. And incredible braking power too. I mean, these are super nice pads. I'm impressed.